Welcome to a crypto market update on the Crypto Kid channel where you're never too young or too old to make money in crypto. That's the new intro, and we gotta kind of repeat it in every video because I realized that the channel doesn't really have a slogan. And I was thinking, okay, when we say Crypto Kid, what do people associate when they hear the name Crypto Kid? And so far, I don't know, I can't think of much. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas, but I think the slogan is a nice one. If you don't like it, also let me know. We can always change it. But guys, what is the crypto market updates? Well, we have a brand new Bitcoin CME gap. Fantastic news, right? This is a little bit satire because last week was a week where we just spoke about CME gaps. At least to me, it feels that way. This time, the price action, the spot price action, is pretty close to that CME futures. Well, the CME futures close on Friday night. It's not too important, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of start off because I thought it was funny. That's, yeah, my humor is completely destroyed. That's after 5 years of being in crypto. The things that give me joy in life and laughter is Bitcoin CME gaps. Yeah, I know. But we do have some pretty important news. Apart from the CME gap, Paul Atkins, the brand new SEC chair, went on Fox Business today and spoke about blockchain and crypto technology. And he said some pretty interesting stuff, which has direct impact onto one specific cryptocurrency that I want to talk to you about. In addition to that, we have the Federal Reserve Board announcing it will sunset its novel activities supervision program and return to monitoring banks' novel activities through the normal supervisory process. Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I have no idea what that means, but it does have something to do with crypto, and that part, yes, I do know what it means. I want to transfer that information to the wonderful crypto kids watching this channel. And finally, guys, I want to go over the price of Cardano. It's very hyped up on crypto Twitter. I am really bullish on Cardano macro, but I want to also talk about potential entry points on the price. If those topics sound interesting to you, then guys, make sure to destroy the like button because believe it or not, when you like the videos, it shows to me that you like the videos. So if you like them and you have a YouTube account, then make sure to press the like button. It would mean the absolute world. And guys, if you want to claim very important person, level 2 status on Weeks, you can do so with this first link in the description down below. Just for the crypto kids, when you sign up with this link, in 24 hours time, you get 24% off trading fees by becoming a very important person level 2, which I'm not even one. Let's see if I'm logged in. I should be, because I shut my computer off today. Quite just being fully honest with you, I didn't want to look at crypto, but I said, hey, look, you know what? We cannot not go on without making a video. So I wanted to make a video regardless. Look, I'm not even a very important person because I can't take advantage of the bonus, obviously. This is for you. So if you want to claim it, you can use the first link in the description down below. Cool. If we have covered the intro, I think we can start off with the most important piece of news, not the CME gap, but the Paul Atkins Fox Business interview. So what happened here? Who is Paul Atkins? What is the SEC? Very valid questions. Paul Atkins is the new chairman of the SEC, which is, the abbreviation for SEC is the Securities Exchange Commission. It is the commission in the United States of America that oversees securities. And for years, we've had the debate, are crypto securities or are they commodities? Because commodities are governed by a different institution, and that is the CFTC. And the Securities Exchange Commission created a lot of headaches in the previous administration for the crypto industry. And it's pretty sad because the previous chair of this institution was a guy named Gary Gensler, which, I mean, he was an expert on blockchain technology, believe it or not. He even taught a full semester about blockchain and money. So he was very much aware of how blockchain technology worked. He was one of the most, he was an OG. He was talking about this in 2018. He's been in crypto for longer than that. But for some reason, when he became the SEC chair, he wasn't so pro-innovation. So this time around, we have a brand new SEC chair, and his name is Paul Atkins. And he's very bullish on crypto, and he's introducing very pro-crypto ideologies. And on this Fox Business interview, he says that the American financial system needs to go on-chain. So the government, the presidential working group, the PWG as they call it, they have an instruction by the president to basically put all finance in the United States of America on chain. They want to tokenize all equities, all stocks, and they even want to put the money on chain. And they're doing so with stable coins. And Paul Atkins is kind of overseeing that. And they've also said previously they're engaging all of these different institutions in America to make sure that all tokens, all finance goes on chain, period. And on this interview, he mentioned the positives of that, because if you reduce the amount of time it takes for transactions to process, then you reduce risk massively. He didn't mention the second point, which is the point that I'm going to tell you now. But when you reduce the amount of time it takes for transactions to process, you therefore increase the velocity of money. When you increase the velocity of money, you actually increase the GDP of a country. So massive benefits all across the board. And we have a mandate to tokenize everything in finance. And that's wonderful because those things are going to happen on particular blockchains. And I think the blockchain that will be widely used and widely accepted for stablecoins and tokenization is going to be Ethereum. It's already being done on Ethereum. I think more will happen on Ethereum. So therefore, I'm quite bullish for the price action. I'm still expecting an $8,000 Ethereum by the end of this cycle. Can we see a correction in the short term? 100%. Where do I see that correction coming down to? Well, two levels. 4.186, there's a lot of liquidity there. And then to $4,000. I think those 2 points are good potential places to be leveraging your free $1,000 Ethereum trade, which Weeks gives you when you sign up to Weeks using the first link in the description down below. But overall, my target is an $8,000 Ethereum. I think there is so much more to happen for Ethereum there. But that's a good conclusion. That's a good summary, I would say, of the Fox business interview. The second important update is that the Federal Reserve Board announces it will sunset its novel activity supervision program and return to monitoring banks' novel activities through the Yeah, okay. So what does this mean for crypto? What it means for crypto is that American banks are not really seeing crypto is this exotic risk anymore. No, they're going to treat crypto as a normal thing. So every single bank, they're not gonna, pick on crypto and say that, you know what, because you're crypto, yeah, we're gonna treat you a little bit differently. We're gonna put some extra rules and laws onto you, and we're not gonna include you with the rest of the friend group. It's weird that that was the case, but we need to give the people in the banking system some understanding, because crypto is a direct competitor. It's brand new. It's almost as old as I am, and I'm pretty young, so I get it. It's scary. It took some time, but at least we got there. Now they're accepting crypto, and they're going to treat it as a normal thing, and that will enable banks to custody crypto more, offer crypto to clients, which in return will bring more capital to our industry, and that will push prices to the upside. So great. Really, really amazing news. Horrible headline, but hopefully I was able to explain it in a nice way. And then finally, we can quickly have a look at Cardano, because I think Cardano is going to do so phenomenally well in this bull market cycle. If you go to my Twitter page, we're also getting a Doge ETF soon, FYI. Let's go here. So this is a chart that I posted on Twitter about Cardano. We got some pretty good engagement. You can see that I visualized the previous bull markets for Cardano with a white arrow, and then I visualized this bull market with a yellow arrow. You can see that in the previous bull market, we created a very nice W pattern. You came down, you retested the neckline, and then you went absolutely bananas. When you look into this cycle, you can notice that Cardano is basically doing the same structure, and overall, I'm pretty bullish in the macro. In the short term, yes, can we see a correction? 100%. I think we can definitely come down to 0.85, maybe even more. We do have a bearish divergence happening on this daily time frame. We spoke about it before, but over on Weeks, I did open a limit order. I think it was at 77 cents. We can quickly double check. Let's go ADA USDT. Where is the limit order? We already have a long position. Great. Yeah, we put the limit at 0.77. So I'm going to be buying and adding more to my ADA position there. I think the short term correction, definitely understandable, but long term, I think we're going to explode to the upside, primarily because of this chart's comparison. Should we do a Bitcoin update too? Should we do it? Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about Bitcoin. I don't want to do a video without getting into Bitcoin. Here goes nothing. Okay, there was one chart that I saved. I was going to save it for the moon show on Monday. But all right, here it is. If you noticed, I don't know if you track the 100 daily moving average quite often for Bitcoin, but actually Bitcoin crossed above the 200-day moving average for the first time ever. The 200-day moving average, yeah, for the first time ever. The last time we crossed above the $10,000 mark with the 200-day moving average. I hope I didn't mix my words. It's very possible that I did. It's pretty late at night, and it's been a tiring week in crypto, so I apologize if I mix my words out. But the last time we crossed a, well, why is this important? 100K, then we go down to 10K, and then there's 1K, and then there's $100. So all those denominations are important milestones. I think we can assuredly say that they're pretty important milestones for Bitcoin. So as soon as we crossed those milestones, Bitcoin went bananas. But yeah, you know what? The more that I look at this, it's not really so significant. So never mind. It's just Crypto Kids. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Bitcoin. I apologize. I think it's cool. Maybe it's cool. I think Q4 will do very well for Bitcoin. If you ask me, I think Q4 will be amazing. We went into all the detailed reasonings why on this channel multiple times this week. That's why I'm a bit relaxed today. But we can go into more detail tomorrow or perhaps on Monday. It's just that Q4 at this point in the cycle is always amazing. Unfortunately, I think Bitcoin will top in Q4, and we start a gradual decline going to Q1 and then Q2 of 2026. In my opinion, everything starts collapsing. But hey, let's enjoy the next half a year as much as we can, make as much as money as we can, and then pack our bags and start going into AI and change the channel to AI Kid. We got to pivot. We got to make a living somehow for the next 4 years until the next bull cycle comes around. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday evening. I don't know why you spent it watching a CryptoKid video. I'm joking, but thank you so much for doing that. It means the absolute world, and I'll see you all on the next video tomorrow. So guys, take care, and as always, bye, bye, bye.